I think one of the factors that helped Hunter is the fact that he was young. Because we know that a young brain, in the same way that a young body, is protected against various insults. In this case, the injury of a lack of oxygen. Whereas if he had been much older, that could have led to much more damage to his body and his brain.
For Hunter to experience this episode of commotio cordis with complete restoration of normal heart and brain function is a medical rarity.
When we left the hospital that Saturday, the doctor told us that Hunter was a miracle. He says he's seen not very many of those cases, obviously, because they're very rare. But even still, when they do see those cases, they don't just get up and walk out of the hospital. There's usually some sort of brain damage. I think for someone to survive commotio cordis, they have to be extremely lucky. Everything has to happen just in the exact right moment. They have to have immediate CPR. They have to be defibrillated within the first 2 to 4 minutes to have any chance at survival. The fact that the ambulance just happened to be driving by, the fact that his grandfather and the other firefighter were there, it just all fell right into place for Hunter. He's just, we say now he's the unluckiest boy in the world to have that happen to him because it's so rare. But then right on the flip side, he turned into the luckiest boy in the world because he survived it.
After he fully recovered, he went back to playing on the same team, and the first game, the coach gave him the bunt sign. And he laid one right down. Just a real nice bunt, so.
In a split second, the unexpected could make you a victim or survivor. Would you know what to do?
Welcome to worst case scenario.
Bear Grylls has a new mission.
Stick really close to me.
Putting himself into the real-life scenarios you fear most and finding the smartest ways.
Keep calm, just think through the situation.
To get out alive. Worst case scenario. A new series premieres Wednesday, 8th of December on Discovery Channel.
Every day holds promises and challenges to be met. At the BNP Paribas Group, we understand it takes everyone to move the world forward. So let's keep trying. Let's keep dreaming. Let's keep reaching. BNP Paribas, the bank for a changing world.
You see, only the curious have got a tale to tell because they see what they want to see. As a traveller, I might not go where I initially intended to go, but somehow I always end up where I want to be. See, what the eye perceives, yeah, the mind, it locks it away, because memories obviously are the most important thing in my travelling. And in this day and age, it's all about reliving those memories. See, from the brain all the way down to the camera, and then to the printer. Clearly, nothing is ever black and white.
Canon, delighting you always. There's a new survival expert, Michael Hawke. He's chased adventures to the four corners of the world.
That's going to be my spear.
His wife, Ruth.
Breakfast shouldn't do that.
Not so much.
I hate snakes.
They're taking their marriage to extremes.
They're all wrong. Look what you're doing.
Giving new meaning to surviving a relationship.
That's disgusting. Is it cooked?
Yeah.
Eat it.
A new series, Man, Woman, Wild. Tuesday night on Discovery Channel. Discovery Channel dropped 7 volunteers into a condemned town.
Oh, God.
Alone.
Where am I?
They were told there was a biological disaster.
There is nothing we can do.
Told to rebuild.
We die together, we live together.
Told to restart.
I trust my fellow colonists with my life.
We all fought valiantly.
And we have fire.
The society fell apart, would you? The Colony, Wednesday nights on Discovery Channel.
Hi, my name is Peter Schmeichel, and this was my job. Now it's time to take the gloves off and put these hands to some real work, some dirty work. I will be exploring Europe, looking for people who aren't afraid to get dirty.
His heart stopped. I was cooked from the inside out. People don't survive this type of injury.
6,800 volts. He was dead.
I was dead.
Patrick Mitten is excited about his new job at an electric company. Little does he know that on just his second day, he will die.
My name is Patrick S. Minton. I was a laborer for the gas and electric company. Typically in the morning, the foreman or operator would come out and there would be a brief safety meeting.
You'd say, this is what we're going to do, and this pad goes over here, and that transformer goes on top, you know. Just don't do anything dumb, or if you see anything, say something and we'll stop.
The crew installs a new fuse cabinet. This job site requires extra caution. It's next to major power lines, carrying 6 million volts of electricity.
This was my second day working with a small crane. John was under the impression I was more experienced in that position. John was lifting the crane. As it came up near the power line, I remember watching overhead, thinking, well, this can't be good.
Patrick decides not to stop the lift. This choice will end his life. As he guides the new fuse cabinet into position, supportive steel cables swing dangerously close to power lines.
That's it, a little more.
When I heard the sound, I knew that it must have been in contact with the metal.
The electricity enters Patrick's hand, melting everything in its way and stopping his heart before it exits his foot. Over 6,000 volts of electricity surged through Patrick's body. It only takes 100 to kill a man.
When Patrick was shocked, his heart stopped immediately. It's like a fuse blowing out. For a split second, I felt like water flowing through my body. Patrick was shocked in his left hand that electricity went through his body and out his left foot.
When you suddenly get this huge surge of electricity that comes from outside that electrocutes you, it also transmits through all the circuits in your body. All your muscles go into a state of spasm because the nerves are overwhelmed with this electricity. Such a high voltage will actually cause the nerves to become damaged.
The electrical current forces Patrick's muscles to violently contract, launching him into the air. He lands over 20 feet away. Patrick was dead before he even hit the ground.
It was almost like my life played out in front of me. It was pretty much like when you're trying to fast forward a VHS tape, it was played back at such a speed. What I was seeing was images of my family. There were images of my friends, seeing my pets, good sunsets.
What he had is what we call a life review, a complete recollection of everything that's happened from early childhood up to that point.
The light above my head was way off in the distance. and it was very calm. I had no sense of time passing whatsoever. And it's a strange feeling. It felt so good, it really didn't matter. It's really difficult to explain other than to say it was really comfortable. I really slid away.
People find it very difficult sometimes to be able to describe what they've seen. They sort of say, like, there are no words to describe the feelings that I had. They don't exist in the language that we have. But actually, this phenomena, this experience is not new. In fact, it's been described thousands of years ago. The earliest recordings are from Plato's Republic. Plato believed that the human psyche or the soul was something separate from the body.
There's obviously death, but there's an in-between too.
I had never seen anyone electrocuted before. I don't ever want to see a coworker get injured. When I checked and saw that he had no vital signs, I knew Patrick was dead.
Can a bank really stand for something? Can it balance its ambition with its conscience? To do what it must, not what it can. As not everything in life that counts can be counted. In the many places we call home, our purpose remains the same. To be here for people, here for progress, here for the long run, here for good.
You see, only the curious have got a tale to tell because they see what they want to see. As a traveller, I might not go where I initially intended to go, but somehow I always end up where I want to be. See, what the eye perceives, yeah, the mind, it locks it away, because memories obviously are the most important thing in my travelling. And in this day and age, it's all about reliving those memories. See, from the brain all the way down to the camera, and then to the printer. Clearly, nothing is ever black and white.
Canon, delighting you always.
We need to get out of here.
See the victims' tapes. Lost tapes. Thursday night on Discovery Channel. This is Cody Lundeen, primitive survival expert. His approach, all natural.
I pay attention to Mother Nature. I'm trying to think with her, not against her.
His footwear, optional.
I do it to feel more connected to the planet. I don't want to survive, I want to live.
And his worst nightmare is this guy.
Why would you even think about coming out here with no shoes on? It's going to piss me off, man.
2 men, 2 styles, 1 challenge. Survive together. Dual survival. Tomorrow night on Discovery Channel. A time to be born. A time to die. A time to kill. A time to heal. A time to give. A time to take. A time to stay. A time to go. To everything, there is a season. Live A Year in the Wild. A new series premieres Friday the 3rd of December on Animal Planet. New to view this December on Discovery Channel. Bear takes on life-threatening scenarios closer to home. Worst case scenario. Swordfishmen put their lives on the line to reel in the ultimate haul. A new season of Swords. Sustainable living amid dwindling resources. Powering the future. All new this December on Discovery Channel.
On his second day as a groundsman for the electric company, Patrick Mitten is killed by 6,800 volts of electricity.
If you're shocked by a household appliance,